Iran and Hezbollah teeter the line between striking Israel and preventing an all-out war. Meanwhile, Israel's new ambassador to the UN urging the West to ramp up pressure on Iran now before it develops stronger nuclear capabilities. Rich Goldberg is a former White House National Security Council advisor, and he joins us now. Rich, first, your thoughts on this situation, and how would you characterize where this conflict is at this moment?
Well, Iran is trying to stay in the driver's seat, and unfortunately, we're letting them. They want to stay in between hyper-escalation and de-escalation. They like the idea of Israel being squeezed and the United States being spread thin in the Middle East. Look at this. We have two carrier strike groups now deployed in the Middle East. The Indo-Pacific is vulnerable. Meanwhile, Hamas says no to a ceasefire. Hezbollah continues to rain down rockets and drones on Israel, tried to have a massive strike that Israel was able to preempt, but the strikes continue. In Yemen, the Houthis continue to fire on the Red Sea. We have an oil tanker on fire with two carrier strike groups present, and of course, the nuclear clock. That continues to tick in Iran. So what do they want? They want to avoid the sanctions relief from the United States going away. They want to avoid the UN sanctions coming back. They want to avoid a military strike on their nuclear program. But they don't want to de-escalate. They don't want their terror proxies to stop attacking Israel. They don't want the United States to be calm. They want us to come to them and try to appease them. That's exactly, unfortunately, what the Biden administration is doing right now. What we should be doing is concentrating on all of these malign activities and saying enough. We are going to support Israel to the hilt in fighting it back against the proxies and Iran. We're not going to make the news all about a ceasefire in Gaza. We're going to talk about all the 7 fronts where Iran is fighting. And we're going to tell the Ayatollah, we're coming for your nuclear program if you don't completely dismantle it.
Yeah, very interesting, all of that. Meanwhile, Danny Danon, the Israeli ambassador to the UN, he gave an interview to Fox Digital, and he emphasized not waiting. Listen.
We saw on April 14th, when they sent hundreds of projectiles into Israel, their intentions. Imagine they had nuclear capabilities. We will not wait for that day. We will not allow them to achieve nuclear capabilities.
We will not wait for that day. We will not allow them to achieve nuclear capabilities. To your point about timing and how the West should proceed here to prevent this from getting bigger.
There's 2 key points I think everybody needs to understand. Number 1, look around the Middle East right now. This is what Iran can do without a nuclear weapon. Can you imagine if this leading state sponsor of terrorism had nuclear weapons today? And what that doesn't just mean in the Middle East, but what it means for our force posture towards China and towards Russia as well. Number 2, understand the 3 components Iran works towards a nuclear weapon. The enrichment piece, that's the fissile material. They've mastered it. They have enough enriched uranium for a dozen bombs or more. They have the centrifuges to keep building. That capability is not going away unless they fully and verifiably dismantle it all. The missiles, the delivery systems, they have the largest missile force in the Middle East. They are capable of delivering a nuclear weapon. And of course, they could build a crude device if they want just to go boom in the desert. The third piece is the most alarming. That's actual weaponization. Our intelligence community for years has said that was the piece that was missing. They no longer say that in the last month or so. They now say Iran is working on computer modeling towards a nuclear weapon. We are at a time of choosing.
Rich, final question to you on developments with China and a top Chinese general telling us, the United States, in this meeting with the security advisor, to stop colluding with Taiwan, calling it a, quote, uncrossable first red line. What message is China sending here?
Well, I think they're telling us what they've been telling us very openly from Xi Jinping for the last couple of years. They are preparing to take Taiwan. They want to be able to take Taiwan by 2027. And right now, they're assessing us. Do we have the political will to stand up to them? And more importantly, do we have the military capability to defeat them? That's the part that should worry every American. I'm afraid we are sleeping right now through a national emergency, the likes we have not seen since the days before World War II. We are on pace to be outmatched by China in the Indo-Pacific. They can build 200 times the capacity of ships compared to the U.S. Navy. We are not going to be able to win a multi-front war in the next few years. We have got to increase our defense budget and expand the defense industrial base. We're spending about 3% of our GDP right now. We got to be spending 5% of our GDP. This is a national emergency.
That's a big warning, Rich. Thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate it.
You bet.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.